Welcome again to this YouTube channel. My name is Daniel, and today I will be discussing about birth certificate alternatives in the DV lottery process. Some people out there cannot be able to trace the original or copy of their birth certificate, and the birth certificate is needed from the point of completing the DS260 form up to the point of interview. You need to produce your original and a copy of the birth certificate. But due to one or two reasons, they cannot be able to get this document. Reason, maybe governmental issues and problems of the government of their own country. Number two, they cannot get this document because the records of the birth certificate in the government institutions in their home countries entrusted with this document cannot be retrieved. Therefore, if you have been called and for the DV interview or you have won your DV, you cannot sit down and say you cannot proceed processing your DV lottery because you lack a birth certificate. Therefore, it calls for alternatives to the birth certificate. Alternative number one to the birth certificate will be the baptism card. And in this baptism card, for it to be used as alternative to birth certificate, it should contain the full names of the kid or the person applying for the DV lottery. It should contain date of birth, place of birth, and the full names of the parents of this kid for it to qualify as a birth certificate. Alternative number two is for this person who is applying without a birth certificate to have affidavit of birth certificate from a close relative, and in this case is the mother. More especially those people from Somali who have their interviews in Nairobi. They are always asked to produce affidavit of support of a birth certificate from a close relative, and more especially I've said from the mother. And for the affidavit to be used as birth certificate, it should have the full name of the kid, it should have the date of birth, place of birth, the full name of the parents, or it should also have the maiden name of the mother for it to qualify as a birth certificate alternatives. Alternative number three is adoption documents for the adopted children. If you have adopted children out there, you may not be having their birth certificate, but for you to proceed to the DV lottery processing, you need to have the following in the adopted documents: the full name of the kid, date of birth, place of birth of the kid, if possible, the full names of the parents, and lastly, the adoption details. So if you have all those three, they will act as alternatives to the birth certificate in case you are processing your DV lottery. Do not win a DV lottery, and because of lack of birth certificate, you lack the processing power. No, keep on processing and go for the alternatives that we have talked today. For this and many other videos that we'll be discussing, please note that the key points will always be highlighted for you to take in what to do. And before you do one or three, you must first of all consult widely, do much research before you either give up or proceed. For those ones who are new and watching us for the first time, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. And for our old friends, encourage more other friends to join our family and tell them to subscribe, watch our videos, share our videos, and like our videos. do not forget making comments and suggesting some topics that we'll be discussing in the future. Otherwise, I wish you the best. For those ones who applied for DV lottery and they are waiting for the results, wish you the best and all luck be yours. Thank you and may God bless you. Bye bye.